The textile chain starts by shearing the sheep in order to obtain the wool fibers. There are many breeds of sheep that have different types of wool, so it's possible to obtain a huge array of end products. One of the most important characteristics of wool is its fineness or diameter, but the overall quality also depends on weather, genetics, and breeding methods. After the shearing, higher quality wool flocks from the back, the sides and neck are separated from the less noble parts, coming from the legs and abdomen. This first selection is very important because the best results are obtained from batches of the same fiber type. Flocks are beaten and opened in order to remove superficial impurities and then washed. After drying, the flock is controlled, classified and combed, a process where fibers are oriented so they are parallel and twisted in order to form ribbons called tops. Dyeing can be carried out when fibers are still in tops form or when they have been spun or woven. Color powders are perfectly measured in order to obtain the correct tone. Fibers are submerged in water for a certain amount of time so that the colors can reach every single filament. The spinning process consists of arranging fibers in an orderly manner and then stretching and twisting them until they form one strong yarn. There are two types of yarns: carded, that has fibers laid out in all directions and is usually used for knitwear, and combed, that has fibers arranged side by side in a homogeneous manner, forming a regular, smooth and resistant yarn. Yarn fineness, called yarn count, is important for evaluating the quantity of yarn needed to weave a certain length of fabric. Yarn is spun on spools that will be used later on during the weaving process. Weaving begins with a process called warping. This is where the yarns are arranged on a loom in a parallel manner, according to what the designers have planned. It is a complex and important phase, because this is where colors and patterns are created in order to produce colorful fabrics for the apparel industry. The warp is raised and lowered, as a perpendicular yarn called weft is interwoven. Weft and warp create the fabric construction, which is fundamental not only for design purposes, but also affects the structural properties of the fabric. The fabric still needs perfectioning processes applied to enhance its visual properties. This is called finishing and is used for removing unwanted elements, stabilizing the fabric so it can be used in tailoring, and giving the product a finished touch and look. This process is so important that it is one of the most jealously guarded secrets in the weaving industry. Now the fabrics are ready to be cut and sewn to become clothes we can wear every day.